All right, good morning. We've had 2 days of digital learning in the books now. I'm going to go over number 3, 4, 5, and 6 from yesterday, and then you guys can go ahead and do, I think it's 7 through 10 today. Just before we review 3, 4, 5, and 6, a lot of you guys had some questions about vertex form. We did really good on 3 and 4, which means I know you guys know just a little bit about vertex form. Like, remember that the vertex is always h comma k. But one thing that we really struggled with was what this a value does. Remember we said that a is going to reflect if it's negative, all right? And that means that instead of opening upward like this, it's going to open downward like that, all right? And so that's going to cause a reflection if a is negative. All right, if a is greater than 1, all right, meaning that if it's a whole number, that's going to be a stretch. Remember, we said that's going to go up faster. I made a fool of myself by trying to reach for the roof. Okay, that's a stretch. It goes up faster. And then if a is less than 1, meaning that it is a fraction, that means it is going to shrink. All right, so those are the 3 things that a value out front does. And then this h value, okay, we talked about how if you're ever trapped with your x, you always do the opposite. And so this h value is going to make it move left or right, all right? But remember, you always do the opposite of what you think. So if it's negative, normally that would mean we would move to the left, but that actually means we're gonna move to the right because we're trapped with our x. All right, and last but not least, our k value is gonna make us move up or down. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and review 3 and 4. You guys did really good on 3 and 4. Our vertex is always going to be h comma k. All right, but remember, if we're trapped with our x, we always do the opposite. So that's going to be -4, -5 as our vertex. And then because this is a negative right here, that means that it is going to be opening downward like this, which means that this point up here is a maximum. All right, so we put a max, and then our axis of symmetry is always x equals this value from our vertex, okay? A lot of you guys did really good on number 3. A lot of you guys also did pretty good on number 4. If I write this just a little bit different, if I say it's instead of x squared plus 5, I say it's x plus 0 squared plus 5 to kind of put it in true vertex form, then you would see that the vertex is 0, 5. All right, and again, there's a positive value out front of those parentheses. It's a +1 understood. That means it's going to be opening upward, and it means that this vertex right here is going to be a minimum. All right, and then our line of symmetry is always x equals that x value from the vertex. All right, so before we move on to 5 and 6, I'm going to bring this paper back up here, okay, and show you guys, again, this a value causes either a reflection, a stretch, or a shrink. If a is greater than 1, if it's a whole number, it's going to cause a stretch. If a is less than 1, it's going to cause a shrink. And then, like you guys just saw, h and k combine to give you your vertex. H is your left and right, k is your up and down. All right, so with that being said, on number 5, there's 4 different transformations. Okay, the first transformation is this negative sign is going to cause a reflection, all right, because it is negative, all right, and because this is a whole number, 4, this is going to cause a stretch. It's going to go up faster, so we're going to say it's a stretch by 4. So just in this a value right here, there's 2 different transformations. There's a reflection and a stretch by 4. All right, and then we get into h and k. This -5 right here, remember you do the opposite of your x. That's going to actually tell us that we move to the right 5, and then +9 is going to tell us that we need to move up 9. So our final answer for number 5 should have been reflection, a stretch by 4, right 5, and up 9. Okay, and then last but not least, on number 6. Number 6 is just a fraction right here, which means that we are going to do a shrink by 1/4. If it's a fraction, it's always going to cause a shrink. So that's a shrink by 1/4. And then plus 3 is actually going to make us move to the left 3 because we always do the opposite of our x. And then -8 here is going to make us move down 8. All right, and those are your answers for 3 through 6. All right, remember to use this form right here, okay? A is your reflection, stretch or shrink. H is left or right. K is up and down. Remember to use that as you go through 7, 8, and there's actually 2 number 8s. I apologize for that. So 7, 8, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you have to do 7 through 10 today. Good luck, guys. Remember, if you have any questions, please feel free to message me on Canvas or to email me. I will get back to those as soon as I can. Have a great day. Bye.